Hi everybody, I'm Rook, welcome to the table. Deviating away from Yu-Gi-Oh! Speed Duel just for today, I recently ordered this Magic the Gathering product and I did want to open it for you guys. The reason why I determined that this would be a good product to open for the folks that watch this channel is because this is a Magic the Gathering Deck Builder's Toolkit. So there are a lot of people that view my channel that don't play Magic the Gathering, maybe they've never been into Magic the Gathering, and I myself have dabbled in Magic the Gathering in the past, but my collection is very limited. So I am interested in getting more into Magic the Gathering here in the near future, so I decided to buy this Deck Builder's Toolkit. After thorough research of many Magic the Gathering products, this is the Deck Builder's Toolkit from 2020. It came out on July 12th, 2019, so it's just about a year old. This toolkit is relatively inexpensive. I got it on Amazon for just under $20. It contains 100 basic land cards, 125 fixed cards suitable for improving your collection or filling out your trade binder, which I intend to do as well. And it contains 4 15-card booster packs from sets like Guilds of Ravinica, Ravinica Allegiance, War of the Spark, and Core Set 2020. Most, if not all of those, are still in the standard rotation. For those that you don't know, standard is the Magic format in which all the cards from the past 2 years can be used, and of course all these are valid in the modern format, which goes all the way back to maybe cards from 2010 or so can be used. So I thought this would be a good product to open in front of you guys in case there are those of you that don't play Magic and are looking to potentially get into it. This would be a great start. So let's go ahead and get started. Another thing about this box is that it also doubles as a reusable storage box for your Magic the Gathering cards. I think this is really helpful because I don't really have too many storage boxes. This is the storage box right here. Pretty solid cardboard. And right here that just fell out, this is the Deck Builder's Guide. You can see it gives you instructions on how to build your decks, what colors you want to use, what synergies there may be, and etc. So really a great product for the new Magic the Gathering player. I believe they release one of these just about every year, but this is the most recent one. They don't have one that was released in 2020 right now, so this one was released in 2019. Let's go ahead and open it up. All right, look at that right there. There's already so much here. So let's take out the packs. Here are the 4 booster packs. We have one from Core Set 2020, War of the Spark, Ravinica Allegiance, and the Guilds of Ravinica right there. So one of each are going to go right there on the table. This is a pack of the 125 fixed cards that you'll receive. I believe that this is a second pack. Oh, so these are the land cards here. You can see actually we have Thornwood Falls on the top, which is a dual land green and blue. Additional lands, we have a red-blue here on the top. And more lands, yeah, 100 basic land cards and 125 fixed cards. So there may be some fixed cards in here as well, but all of those show the lands. And that's just extra cardboard. So here is the box at the end. I already have several comments that I'll be able to put into this that I think will be very helpful. Let's start with opening the booster packs. So I have no idea what's valuable. Most booster packs for Magic the Gathering contain 15 cards. It has one either rare or mythic, which is notated by either a gold or a sort of red symbol on the card. And it usually contains somewhere between 3 or 4 uncommons, which are notated with a silver symbol. I'll show you where those are. And then the rest of the commons are just a black symbol. Each Magic the Gathering set has its own specific symbol. For example, the Core Set 2020 will have an M20 in the corner of the card, and that's where the colors will come from. Let's go ahead and open this up. Okay, so here we go. So starting with a common right here, this is Aerial Assault. This is a white card here for planes. You can see right here, this M20. That is what we're looking for to determine the rarity. So this is black, which means it's a common. Okay. So I'm just going to go through these cards a little bit here and identify the uncommons. Okay, so we're seeing pretty standard booster pack set here. Here's our first uncommon, God's Willing. This is a 1-cost Plains card. And this is where we should see the rest of the uncommons. Okay. Salvager of Ruin. This is a 3 colorless cost, another uncommon. Mask of Immolation. I actually see this one played on Magic the Gathering Arena. This is a 2-cost red uncommon. Dungeon Geist. Okay, so this one is a gold, so this is a rare card. Dungeon Geist is a 4-cost blue card, 2 colorless and 2 blue. And then it comes with usually a couple lands. Okay, we have an island, and then we have a zombie token. So the packs also usually come with an island, or I'm sorry, a basic land and a basic token. So that was the core 2020 set. Typically, a lot of the uncommons will go for just under 50 cents. Some of the rares will go for pretty cheap as well. And then the mythics will typically be the ones that are the money cards, if there's any money in the mythics as well. I've seen cheap mythics too. I'm not really looking to make money in this one. Obviously, like I said, this is just to grow my collection. So we have War of the Spark here that we're opening right now. Okay, and we are going to go through the commons here. You can see we have a lot of the commons in the beginning. One is, oh, Guild Globe. Okay, another colorless. I actually like those. Right now I have a white-blue deck that I'm building. I also have a mono-red deck. But really, I honestly don't know what I like to play yet. So it's good to have all of these cards at my disposal. Okay, we have our first uncommon, the Merfolk Skydiver. I actually do have a Merfolk deck as well. So you can see this is the specific symbol for the War of the Spark, and you can see that there's the silver there. That's what notates the uncommon. Hey, look at that, an Elite Guard Mage. This is actually a blue-white flyer card that I need in my blue-white flyers deck. This is a 2-cost, 1 plains, 1 island. It is a flyer, and when it comes in, I gain 3 life and draw a card. I have a lot of cards that synergize with gaining life, so that's a good one there. Dreadhorde Twins, that is a red card. There's another uncommon. Oh, and we have a Planeswalker here, actually. This is a rare legendary Planeswalker, Teferi Time Raveler. So Teferi is a pretty well-known Planeswalker in the Magic set. I actually don't know. I mean, most Teferis are usually pretty expensive. I'm not sure about this one, but what a great find. And this is a white-blue card, so it'll fit really well in the white-blue deck that I'm using. So way to go. There we go. There's a Teferi. And then we see a mountain, and our token is a dragon. Okay, so that was for War of the Spark. I'm actually going to keep Teferi out right there. Let's go on to Ravinica Allegiance. Okay, Ravinica Allegiance. This icon I see pretty frequently. Also, these cards are usually used frequently. So as you can see, it covers pretty much all the colors. A lot of these packs are used in a draft format, so the packs do a really good job of trying to cover every color. And of course, a whole myriad of costs. So typically, the height of a mana curve in Magic is 3. So like this, for example, is a 3-cost card. But also you might see, oh look, there's another 3-cost card. But you might see a lot of 2-costs, deck using a lot of big monsters, maybe 7 mana. But 3 is pretty much the height of the curve usually. Now here's your first uncommon, Eyes Everywhere, a blue card. Ooh, Wall of Lost Thoughts. I've seen this used. Another blue card that's really good for the control decks. Spirit of the Spires. Okay, a white card, something that could be teched. And here's a rare. The Benthic Biomancer, a Merfolk Wizard Mutant. This is a 1-cost rare. Okay, good blue card there. And then, hey, look at that. We have a land that substitutes for 2 colors here. We have the Radkos Guildgate. This is a basic one that enters tapped, and our token is a goblin. Okay. So that was Ravinica Allegiance, and now we are on to a last pack, Guilds of Ravinica. All right. Guilds of Ravinica. I think this is the oldest one. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. I think this is the oldest one. This is the one that be rotated out of standard the quickest. Although I think that several rotate out at the same time. But like I said, this is all good for the modern format, which goes back 10 years or so. Hammer Dropper Oak. This is a red-white. Okay. All the commons in the beginning. Oh, this is a red-blue. Hypothesizzle. I like that. A Prey Upon. Okay, this is a pretty good green card you see all the time. I think this is what target creature fights Target creature you don't control. Easy way to get rid of monsters on the field on your opponent's side. And it's just a 1 cost for green. And the first uncommon here. Arboretum Elemental. Ooh, this is a 9 cost green. So green's all about ramping up their mana. And obviously getting fetch lands and other ways to get additional lands into the field pretty quickly. So a really good 9 cost for green. That's an uncommon. Ladev Champion. Okay, this is an Elf Knight, so elves are typically green-white. Here's a good uncommon for them. Okran Assassin. Alright, this is a black-green card here, an uncommon. Ooh, and this must be... okay, this is a dual card, so this is a rare. You can activate either one depending on what works best for you right now. So dual cards usually have a good option if you're at the beginning of the game and a good option if you're at the end of the game. Response is the 2 costs here, and it says response deals 5 damage to target attacking or blocking creature, a good way to get creatures off the field. Or if you're in the late game, you have, oh, let me read this one. You have Resurgence, which is a 5 cost. Creatures you control gain first strike and vigilance until end of turn. After this main phase, there's an additional combat phase. Wow, okay, so this is if you're running really aggro, and you have the creatures on the field at this point, and you can absolutely wipe your team. That's a good one. I don't have a card that's a double card like this yet in my collection, so that'll be nice to add. And then the land, we have a red-white enters tapped, and our token is a, what is it, a Bird Illusion. Okay. Very good selection and diversity of the tokens and the lands there, so really good stuff to get started. And then let's go ahead and, if you bear with me, I can open these as well. I'm not going to go through each one if it's the lands, but look at the thick stack of cards here. So it's just, I mean, so much bang for your buck. Okay, are these all lands? All right, a lot of dual lands here. Okay, and here are some of the fixed cards. I'm clearly not going to go through all of these. You can see that there are a lot of commons. These are the swamps, and now we're seeing, hey, there's a couple uncommons here. These are colorless, going into green uncommons. Blue uncommons, so you can see a lot of these are uncommon. You see how there's silver here. A lot of these are from the Magic Core 2020 set. Here are some basic planes, which is great because my planes are from like 2008 and I need to update those. More uncommons. Don't really see any foils here, so some variants of the card are foil, which makes it a little more expensive. Here's an Ajani's Pridemate. This is a deck that you see a lot in Arena, the healing deck. This is every time you gain life, you gain a 1/1 counter with the blue-white flyer where I gain life when it comes out. It works well with this card in terms of an aggro deck. And then we have basic forests, and that's it for that pack. 2 more, guys. Okay, red blue lands. Yep, a lot of dual lands here. Commons, okay. So it looks like the commons are going to be at the front, obviously covering pretty much every color. Okay, swamps and islands. More dual lands. Okay, mono red stuff, green. No uncommons there, but a lot of good common selection. Let's move on to the... Hey, that one was fast. Well, that one was right off the bat. I'm getting better at this. Too bad it's the last one. More dual lands here. More red, commons, blue commons. Ooh, here's an unsummon. That's a great example of a removal card. Pretty easy for blue. This is a 1 island. It just returned target creature to owner's hand. That's what we like to see. And it's considered an instant. So you can see an instant means you can play it on either you or your opponent's turn as long as you have the mana for it, whereas a sorcery is you have to play it on your turn. So there's unsummons. More blue control there. Green, black. All commons here. Okay, white Healer's Hawk. Hey, that's a good 1 cost right there. Also works well with the Johnny's Pridemate. So 1-drop planes, 1/1 has flying and lifelink. So it works well with flyers and synergy with flyers. And it has lifelink, which means that when it attacks, you gain the life that it deals battle damage to. So you're going to gain 1 life from this. That works well with the Pridemate. Hunter's Witness. Other good white cards. I know a lot about the white cards. I've been playing planes a lot. Okay, Deadweight. Yep. Blue cards here. Oh, Winged Words. I actually need these. These work well with blue-white flyers also. So this is a 3 cost. This spell costs 2. as long as you control a creature with flying, you draw 2 cards. So essentially it costs 3 to draw 2, but it'll cost 2 to draw 2 if you have a flyer out. So coming from the world of Yu-Gi-Oh!, card draw like that is insane, so I make sure that I have those in that deck. And then we have mountains and additional swamps. So that's a lot of cards. This is a lot for $19.99, or I think it was on sale for like $18 on Amazon. And actually, shoot, we have one more. I just had here. We have one more. So let's open the last pack, and then we can make some kind of closing remarks on this. Ooh, here we go. Here's a couple of golds. Okay, so this is where the rares are that are fixed here. Okay, so as you can see, these are all rare cards because of the gold here. So it looks like they have a pretty good rare for each individual color. I'm particularly excited about Riddlemaster Sphinx because that is a blue flyer. It's a 5/5 for 6, and once it gets out on the field, you can return a target creature to its owner's hand. So it also kind of gives you a little bit of an unsummon. That's really good removal right there. And a good flyer here, Sarah's Guardian. This is another 6-cost flyer. Here are more lands. Radical Idea. Blue has a lot of card draw, I'm telling you. Hey, here's another one that works well with the Plains healing deck. This is the Impassioned Order. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, gain a life. So you get this out, and then you're able to just pretty much get stacks on a Johnny's Pridemate and anything else that benefits from you healing. So more Plains, Pacifism, a lot of good kind of little white cards here. Green, white, and green, red. Here's where a lot of the dual cards come in. Empyrean Eagle, I'm sorry, I'm showing favoritism to the flyers, but I do need these. Empyrean Eagle is another good one. This is a 3-cost, 1 and 1 plains and 1 island. Other creatures you control with flying gain 1/1, so you can see there's all the synergy there. Sorry if that's a little out of focus. All right, and then we have the rest of the mountains, and that is it. Okay, so now this is all we got for $19.99, in addition to the Deck Builder's Guide, and in addition to this box to put everything in. I know that these boxes are really only like $2, but still, that's a lot for what we got. And there was a little bit of, there was the dopamine of opening the packs there. We got the Teferi, which is pretty cool. But guys, if you're looking to get into Magic the Gathering, I would heartily recommend something like this just to start building your collection. Now when I go to my game store, I have trades. I have things to trade. Maybe if I want to build a deck more around the newer stuff, Core 2021, I have some old stuff. People that are into modern or even standard, while this is still legal, can help with their decks as well. Thanks for bearing with me. A little bit of a different video, obviously not Speed Duel, but if you guys are into Speed Duel, I'm sure you guys may be into other card games, and Magic is a great one. So I hope you guys liked this. And of course, if you did like it, please subscribe for more. I may do some more Magic the Gathering stuff here and there, but it's not going to be a primary focus. I'm definitely focused on Speed Duel. But that's why I called it Rook's Table, because I wanted the freedom to be able to cover any TCG card game, tabletop game I wanted, and I'm really excited about this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you later.